Okay, so this is gonna be a little rant about music because honestly, I'm a little irritated. I'm a little tickled right now. I'm going to be talking about techno, um, and something that really kind of just I don't want to say triggered me to talk about it, but something that definitely pushed me to talk about it was everything that's going on with Harry Styles right now. And two, there was a techno event going on in my city that just recently passed. Um, this is more specifically going to be about like the Harry thing that's going on, and then just like techno in general. But I have some notes on my phone too, so if you see me looking over, that's because I'm looking at that. But the Harry Styles shit, what the fuck? It is so, that entire thing is so extremely laughable to me because I feel like majority of people who are speaking about this song, they can't say anything. Even the people who are one saying it's techno and the people two who are saying it's not techno. I think both have very valid opinions, but they're also just both fucking stupid because they also don't know the history of techno in general. I feel like um I'll go into some things about that and like the some historical context behind techno and like where it was made, just things like that. But I'm just gonna start ranting. So basically, if you don't know what's going on with Harry Styles and this whole thing that's going on, Harry Styles has dropped a song, and there are people arguing right now about whether or not, like, hey, this is a tech song, this is not a tech song, whatever. And there's a lot of tech heads out there, who are saying this is not techno, like this is what I expected when everyone was saying that it was techno, and they're playing the most like when they're like this is what I expected when you guys said this is techno, they're playing the most like commercialized. I feel like that's honestly the best way to put it. They're playing the most commercialized version and like showing videos of them going to raves that plays the most commercialized version of techno. I'm gonna get hate for this, which is a lot of times European hard techno, scrants, shit like that, right? And I'm just like, to be honest, I'm literally just like, wow, like you guys are so fucking annoying. Like I'm actually irritated because I'm like, I'm gonna state my opinion right now. I can absolutely see why people were saying this song absolutely could be like a techno song. Because I personally, when I listened to it, when I saw this whole thing was going on and I listened to it, I was like, wait, hell yeah, like I could totally understand that. And then when I saw other people's opinions when they were like, this is not a fucking techno song, this is what the fuck I was thinking when you guys said it was a techno song. I was like, but I mean, yeah, sure, what you're showing is techno for sure, 100%. But what people are hearing as well is 100% also, like, you can absolutely hear the techno influences, right? Even if you don't want to specifically call it techno, which I can understand why as well. If you listen to the song, you absolutely can understand why, people might not call it specifically techno. You absolutely cannot deny the techno influences. And then you can also just say, if you don't want to call it techno, you can absolutely hear the EDM influences, right? Electronic dance music. Techno falls under that. House music falls under that. A bunch of shit falls under EDM, right? So you can absolutely hear those influences. And so for people to say that they don't hear it at all and people are tripping, you're literally fucking annoying. Like, I'm irritated. So now this is really going to get into the ranting part. that's basically what's been going on. And yeah, little music. This is like going to be a really short thing because there's really not much that I have to say. Again, I'm really just ranting, but I think what irritates me is that so many people, like, there's so many likes and so many people agreeing with the people who are posting videos like, this is what I expected when you guys said it was techno. And they're like, people in the comments are like having a key and are like, oh, ha ha, no, literally, because like, what the fuck even was that? Like, what do you mean this is real techno, blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, what? I feel like if you genuinely, if you listen, like, oh my god, fuck. I feel like this is like, bro, I'm nervous. But no, like, I genuinely feel like if you hear the word techno and your mind immediately goes to raves, Europe, Germans, and don't get me wrong, see, I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that, though, genuinely. But if it comes to raves, Europeans, I know Germans are Europeans, but specifically Germans, obviously, like I said, I'll go back to that. Hard style, scrants. If your brain immediately goes to anything white adjacent when you hear the word techno, to me, your opinion about anything techno, I don't want to hear it, actually. Like, I don't even think you have the knowledge to even speak about such then, to be quite honest with you. So, little history. Techno. I'm not just saying electronic music in general. Techno was absolutely bred and birthed and born in Detroit in the 1980s. This is where I gotta pull my notes out. So, it was absolutely bred and born and birthed in Detroit in the 1980s. And it was pioneered by 3 specific lads. The Belleville 3. Juan Atkins, Derek May, and Kevin Saunderson. So, techno is Black American music. Period. The end. Okay? It is Black American music, such as many other music genres. And that is absolutely not to deny, electronic influences from the Germans, such as Kraftwerk and other groups and artists. But techno specifically is it's black. So I feel like if you don't understand that, if you don't get that, if you haven't listened to any techno outside of hardstyle, scrants, GABA, like things like that, right? Then perhaps, because there's also like acid tech, things like that, right? If you have not listened to anything outside of very European influenced tech styles and subgenres of tech, then perhaps you shouldn't be speaking about it, right? Because going back to the Harry Styles thing, because when I heard it, the tech that I heard was giving very much like OG tech. Like that's what it was giving to me, right? To me it was giving homage to classic tech. And so just to hear people deny that is really concerning. It's extremely concerning. But yeah, I guess I'm just extremely irritated that something, a genre of music that is so black and pioneered by black people, like that history is being like erased, and we're pushing, you know, not we, because not me. But I think it's just a little crazy that the face of tech is now becoming extremely, I mean, it kind of has been for a while now, but as with all of this just kind of happening, like it now, it's like really like I'm really like seeing it for sure. It's just sad that like the face of tech is now, of techno, is extremely like, I don't want, like, it's extremely white, right? Like it's really upsetting. Um, it's so crazy because just a couple days ago, after all of this, I saw a video of Kenny Larkin, who is, I believe he was born in the 1960s, but he's a, at least in my opinion, like I feel like he's definitely another pioneer of techno. He was also born in Detroit, I believe, as well. So he grew up with all of that, right? He was doing an interview about this, pretty much the same topic, and he was saying, he basically was saying what like I was kind of just saying, and it was specifically like he was like, oh, I remember he was talking about like the BPMs, and he was like, oh yeah, so like when we're throwing down like the OGs, like we're throwing down like 127 like BPM and 130 BPM, all these fools are saying like, oh yeah, like what the fuck is this, like it's not even techno, like whatever. And it's like, it is. It is, like, just because it has a little soul to it, a little groove to it, like it's not techno now. Like what? It don't have to be 200 BPM to be techno, you feel me? Like, but it was just crazy because then I 100% agreed with him. I was like, this is literally what I've been saying. Like, this is literally what I've been saying. So I went to the comments, and there was someone who commented, and he was like, what the fuck? 127 BPM? That's not even techno. Like, what? Like, no, like, that's not techno. And so what do? I go to his page. What do? I click on one of his videos. I play the video. Imagine what kind of techno he was listening to. I'm sure you can imagine what he looks like, what kind of techno he was listening to, and where in the world he was located. I'm sure you can, take a wild guess. There's like a 99% chance that you're correct. But that just really pissed me off because it was like, really? Like, I'm just so irritated. Like, I'm so irritated. I'm so irritated by this. And I shouldn't be, like, that's the thing. Like, I really shouldn't be irritated by this. But with just how everything is going right now in the world, I'm just like, why are we erasing? Why are we erasing? Like, why? Why? But it's fine. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to vent about that. Like, I don't know. Anyways, techno is black music. Signing off.